Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Confessions of a Fitness Coach. I am your host, Coach Danielle Collette. And on today's episode, I got my buddy Spencer from Suspense Fitness here in Tampa, Florida. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the top booty exercises and also a little bit about CBD oil and in relation to fitness. So you don't want to miss my interview with Spencer coming up next. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So I got Spencer here with me. Hey, Spencer, how you doing today?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
All right. So, Spencer, tell us what you do. I know you're local in Tampa area, so tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So I am a personal trainer and a lifestyle coach. I handle one-on-one clients, paired clients. Most I'll train at a time is 3 people. I used to do group training. Not so much anymore. That is a future option. Still debating that.
It's so fun.
It is very fun. I like group training. At this moment, I don't have a lot of time. I'm an entrepreneur, so I am kind of diving into the cannabis industry, with CBD supplements and stuff like that. So that's pretty much my MO. That's who I am. That's what I do here in Tampa.
That's pretty awesome. So we'll dig into the CBD and stuff and a little bit later into the episode. So stay
Yep.
tuned for that. So you used to play football, am I correct? You played football
Yep.
somewhere? So tell me
Yep.
a little bit about that background.
Yeah, so I played all throughout high school, and I got a scholarship to play at a Division I AA school in Connecticut, Sacred Heart University. I was a quarterback my entire life. I got to college. I played a little bit of slot receiver. I played a little bit of running back. I kick returned. I did everything that required having the ball in your hands. So I had some speed and stuff like that. I ended up tearing my ACL my sophomore year at Sacred Heart. I kind of like trickled out of school. I found my way down to Tampa. Ended up graduating at USF, and then I continued my training and everything like that. And I got offered a small little contract to play over in France. So I played in the FFFA. I think it's 3 Fs. Very briefly, it was an amazing experience. I got to live in a different country.
That's
I was
pretty
there
awesome.
I was there for a short period too, because at the end of the first game, I ended up throwing like the game-winning touchdown pass, but I tore my ACL 2 plays prior to that for the second time. So it was my second tear, and the healthcare up in France and the language barrier was kind of weird for me. So they weren't able to tell me if I had actually torn my ACL until the third game. So I was playing the next 2 games with like my brace on, and then we like pretty much casted my knee up, and I played 2 more games, and then they figured out that it was torn. So they ended up cutting my contract. I traveled a little bit, and then I came home and started my business.
That's crazy. Like they didn't give you a translator or anything. They let you play in that terrible injury.
Yeah, it was so I've done it before. I tore my ACL before, so I knew exactly how it felt. So I knew right when I did it, I'm like, boom, again, man, like non-contact, um, just a hard cut, and it gave out. Just my ligaments just can't handle it anymore.
Yeah. So going through that rehab and stuff with your leg, is that what got you into wanting to be in the fitness industry?
Yeah, for the most part, and just kind of teaching people how to just go through the process, go through my type of process. Like I coach and I preach off of my experiences, what I've been through, like how I've done things. So, yeah, for the most part, it has.
That's awesome. So like whenever you do train people, do you help people with rehabbing their injuries and stuff? Do you use that in your training?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I coach through my experiences. So, I tore my ACL twice, and I have a herniated disc, my L5S1, severe herniation. So I have, from time to time, I have really bad, um, back issues, sciatic nerve problems and stuff like that. So it's something that I have to constantly battle. So I'm very experienced in that kind of realm, if you want to call it. So anytime I get clients with bad backs, I help them, towards strengthening that part of their life. Same thing with the knee.
That's awesome. Yeah, I
I,
always tell people
yeah,
like if you have an injury, don't push through it. You need somebody who's really specialized in working
yeah.
around that injury and strengthening it. So yeah, definitely. What kind of like advice and stuff do you have to people that are looking about working around the injuries that they have? Any place that they can look to go or anything they could practice at home?
Um, I mean, it really depends on like what exactly you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, lower back's the easiest kind of thing to talk about. But just any type of back issues, I'm a really strong advocate for core strength, core. So core stability, plank all day, every day. That's what I tell my people. Regular planks, side planks, hip bridges, band holds, anything that's going to help support your spine and support everything around that area. And stretch too, and stretch.
Absolutely. Stretching's
That,
so important. I try to tell people that all the time.
yep. And I tell people not, like, I learned the hard way. I learned that the hard way. So I'm kind of going through my trials and tribulations right now with my whole back, and all my issues. So definitely got to stretch. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. What do you do? Do you just turn on a little video or do you go take classes somewhere and get your little yoga on?
Yeah, so that's something that I actually want to get into. I got to find time and kind of like a consistent schedule to get on with the whole yoga thing. I love yoga.
Hmm.
If I could do yoga every day, I absolutely would. Um, I am a fan of the lazy man's yoga too.
Yin
And
yoga is my
that,
jam.
yeah, so I'm real big with like massage therapy. I love getting my massages, so I gotta find more time to do that. But yeah, I'm a huge advocate for yoga.
That's awesome. So we were talking about, you being an advocate for CBD and THC and stuff. And I noticed you went to California recently. And tell me, like, explain to people what CBD is and if it's legal and, why it's getting a lot of great reviews in the fitness industry right now. I know a lot of people are all on CBD for recovery and everything. Just explain to people why, what it is, if it's legal and how it works.
Yeah, so CBD, as far as I know, that there's using just all the information online, and there's conflicting views on it. But for the most part, CBD is legal. And the products that you can, the only thing where it gets a little bit tricky is with edibles. So like actual food, you can't put CBD in any type of food, with the exception of proteins, like protein powders and stuff like that, like grass-fed whey protein powders. But CBD is legal. THC, however, is not. It's legal in a few states. I'm not exactly sure how many off the top of my head. But CBD is legal everywhere. It doesn't contain that psychoactive ingredient that THC has, so it's not going to get you. It's not going to get you high, but it does have a lot of good health benefits, because we have I believe it's called a cannabinoid um, kind of receptor in our body naturally. So it reacts to these CBD products being utilized by us, and it helps with aches and pains, joint soreness, anxiety, depression, sleep, pretty much everything that you can think of. So it's amazing. It's a great
That's
industry.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a great industry to get involved in, and I'm kind of learning as I go.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. You learn as you
Yeah.
go, soak in all the information that you can. So yeah, it seems like it would be a good thing to take if you are in the fitness industry for
Mhm.
relieving those muscle pains, and especially if you have anxiety and stress and stuff. So, what are some of the ways that you intake CBD?
So you can use. I'm a big fan of the creams. The like the muscle creams. There are great products out there. that, you know, even I actually like the ones that kind of have that like menthol, like icy hot type feel to it too. It kind of like it wakes me up a little bit, and then it helps soothe like my achy muscles and joints and stuff like that. It helps with anxiety, you know, stress, depression, all your aches and pains. Like the products, there's anywhere from like muscle creams to like oils and tinctures, and you know, there's dog supplements.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are really into the pet products because they do help. You know, like I give them to Zeus when he's you know, freaking out when there's a like a thunderstorm or there's fireworks or something like Fourth of July works, because he's just crying the entire time. So when I give him some of that stuff, you know, I'll drip a little oil onto like his dog treats, and I'll give it to him, and he'll calm right down.
That's awesome. Yeah, my German Shepherd, she's a chicken and she's afraid of thunder as well. I got to try that for her. My other
Yeah,
one, he's right there and he's snoring in the background.
yeah,
His name's Bob Marley.
Bob. Yeah, I like the name.
Yeah, he's just like that all day long, chilling. So that's awesome. Everybody learned a lot about CBD and how good it is for fitness. So let's get more into training. So whenever you train people, you ever get like women and stuff get out, come into the gym and they're like, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to lift. I just want to do cardio. What is your
Yeah,
advice on that?
I always I always get that, by the way. But
I bet.
my advice to that is you're not gonna get women. I forgot exactly what the percentage is, but it's like women produce like 1/30th of the testosterone or something like that that men produce. So you're not gonna necessarily get big and bulky. I mean, I get that other people, you know, there's certain females that have different body structures, I guess. So they might react a little bit differently to weight training. But for the most part, you're not going to get big and bulky. You're going to get toned up. You're going to get curvy. You know, all the results that you know that you want. Especially with,
Absolutely. I try to tell them muscle's like your biggest fat burner.
yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Don't hesitate to build it. So what are your favorite go-to booty exercises? I need three of them.
Okay, three of them. All right, I got this. My first one would be Romanian deadlifts, and
Yeah.
I even like single leg if you want to throw that in there with dumbbells. And then I really like the single leg hip thrusters, but I like to put a band underneath the foot of your grounded leg and over the knee, so it's underneath your heel and under over the top of your knee, and then I like to use a Bosu ball underneath that too. So I add,
Ooh, added
yeah,
resistance, added
yeah,
balance. I love it.
yes, you got to get a little creative. And then I like just like the booty blaster.
That's great.
It's a good,
Awesome.
yeah, nice trading.
I always call like leg day and booty, I always call it J-Lo day. And I just play a lot of J-Lo. I'm
Okay.
like, all right, guys, we got to make J-Lo proud today. You don't want to disappoint J-Lo.
There
Squats
you
better be nice and low.
Yeah.
They all just laugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, you got to get back into group training. Group training is, I mean, I'm sure personal training is a blast, but group
Yeah.
fitness is fun. You get to be
Yeah.
on like the microphone and they have to listen to everything you say.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I would love it. I would always talk shit on the.
Oh man, it's so much fun. I love my people. So I stalk your Instagram. I've been really into mindset and how, like, our thoughts control our reactions, our day,
Yeah.
our everything. Tell me, preach, tell everybody how important it is.
Just mindset in general.
Yeah, just tell me, like, what do you do to prep yourself mentally for the day before you train? Like, how important is it?
Oh man, I'm in my head a lot. I am an Aquarius. I am very analytical. I am very cerebral. So I am in my head quite a bit. To get myself ready for the gym. I don't know. It's everybody has their different their different techniques, but I mean, I've you got to find somehow you got to find like that hidden motivation, like that intrinsic motivation, to kind of get you going, even if it like, and it could happen in steps too. You know what I mean? Like I tell people that once they start getting warmed up and everything like that, they're gonna feel a little bit better about wanting to train and stuff like that. So if you can even like get your mind right to find like some piece of like intrinsic, like one intrinsic motivator just to even get you warming up, on the treadmill. Anything simple as that might help your process. You don't have to like overwhelm yourself with like trying to find these motivational chants or anything like that. Just like find like like little intrinsic motivators to kind of help you just get to that next step, and then flow into the next step, and then flow into the next step. I guess that's my best piece of advice on that.
I think that's great. I always tell people, I'm like, your thoughts control your day. If you
Yeah,
always say you're gonna have a bad day, then you're gonna have a fucking bad day.
yeah,
Like you have to be positive. If you say I can't do that, then you already created a block in your mind and you're
yeah,
not gonna fucking do it. You have
yeah,
to literally think in a totally different light. You have to be positive, have a positive mindset.
yeah. When people, I mean, shit, I get people that come to me all the time with some negative ass juju, all that bad. And I have to really like nip it in the butt, and I have to tell them, it's a language that you kind of develop when you do like when you're in the field that we're in, you know what I mean? You kind of just develop, we read up on a lot of motivating things. We motivate people constantly, so we're looking for new ways to get better. So we get into this positive mindset frame, you know what I mean? We're around it a lot, and we all kind of support each other with that stuff. So it's easier to cultivate this type of language. It's almost like a language. So when somebody comes off, from the streets into the gym, and you're communicating with them, you can already like you can already tell that they're different, because they're not in like the consistent motivating realm that we're in.
Yeah,
So you gotta change their perception on a lot of things.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
So whenever
Yeah.
you train your people, do you help them with nutrition as well?
So I tell people that I am by no means a nutritionist, but I have been around the block. So I know a thing or two about putting together a nice structured meal plan. But if when in doubt, I have great resources. I can reach out to friends that are nutritionists. They give me advice, free of charge. So my resource base, I know enough people.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's cool. What do you do? Do you like prep your own meals?
yeah. So I eased back a little bit over like the holidays with meal prep and everything like that. I took it easy on myself as far as how much I was doing. But I'm back onto a meal plan with rebuilt meals.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be getting some meals on Monday, my first meals. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting my breakfast, lunch, and dinner in, and then usually I add like a protein shake in between, and I get like 5 solid meals.
Smart. Yeah. You got a
Yeah,
plan to stay on track, that's for sure.
yep.
Sweet. Any books or anything that you recommend that you've read lately? Something?
You Are a Badass.
Yeah. Was it
Is a
good?
best book. Yes, 1000%. I'm reading The Secret right now. That's another good one, especially if you want to get into that whole positive mindset thing. It's crazy because like they in books like that they put like scenarios and it just changes your viewpoint. Like they'll mention a scenario that you're going through or have gone through. So you can relate to it, and you're like, "Damn, shit! I should have done it that way." And then it just helps you get into a better, positive mind frame.
I agree. My mom's been preaching that book so long, like
Yeah.
so long. My mom's been
Hate reading.
she's been writing herself $1 million check and putting it on her fridge
That shit.
forever because that's what the book told her to do.
Yeah.
She's a trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely believes in those positive affirmations and
Yeah.
manifesting and stuff like that. So that's
Gotta
a great book.
gotta get your mind.
For sure, for sure. So I really, really appreciate your time and all your information. Thanks for letting me pick your brain. Where can
Yeah.
everyone find you on social media or maybe a website or anything?
So you can go to my website. It's www.suspensefitness.com. Suspense Suspence fitness.com. And then you can find me on Instagram. It's just at Suspense Fitness. And I'm always posting content. I'm always active. So
Yeah, he posts awesome
check
stuff
it out.
all the time. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Check out all his stories. He posts like really great content to learn from. But thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Have
Yeah.
a great night, Spencer. I appreciate so much. See
Thank
you.
you for having me.
Of
See ya.
course. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode with Spencer. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and make sure you share it. Maybe screenshot the episode and tag me in it and let me know you want to hear about next. And please be sure to follow me on Instagram. You can find me at Danielle Collette with Coach Danielle Collette, 2 L's, 2 T's. And then you can find me on Facebook at Confessions of a Fitness Coach. And guys, don't forget to go make today your bitch. Catch you next week.